Welcome to Epicoops. Today we're diving into the top 10 relatable life fails you can't miss. You know that feeling, right? When you wake up feeling like $1,000,000, ready to conquer the world, and then bam, life throws you a curveball. Or 10. We've all had those days when nothing goes right. From epic mess-ups to awkward moments. Here are the top 10 life fails we're pretty sure you can relate to. Get ready to cringe, laugh, and maybe even feel a little bit better about your own awkward mishaps. And trust me, don't forget to watch until the end because the last story, it's absolutely hilarious. Let's get this fail-tastic party started. Picture this, you're rushing out the door, late for work, important meeting, first date, you name it. You've got your game face on, power suit, killer shoes, and of course the lifeblood of champions, coffee. You grab that steaming cup of joe, take a triumphant swig, and then disaster strikes. Your foot finds a rogue ice cube, a rogue shoelace, heck, maybe even a rogue crumb. You stumble, you trip, and that beautiful life-giving coffee? Yeah, it's now a tidal wave of caffeinated chaos cascading all over you, your outfit, and probably that cute barista you've been eyeing. The worst part? You can't even be mad at the universe because let's be real, you totally saw that ice cube. You knew the risks. But in your caffeine-deprived haze, you thought, nah, I got this. Spoiler alert, you didn't. But hey, look on the bright side. At least you're now wearing the latest in abstract coffee art. And who knows, maybe that cute barista will find the whole thing endearing, or at least offer you a towel. Email, the bane of our existence, the source of endless to-do lists, and let's be honest, sometimes a platform for passive-aggressive warfare. We've all been there, right? You get an email, maybe it's from a clueless coworker, maybe it's from your overbearing boss, and you fire back a witty, scathing, oh-so-satisfying reply. You hit send, feeling like a boss, only to realize a split second later, you just hit reply all. Suddenly your inbox is blowing up, your phone is buzzing like crazy, and everyone from your sweet intern to the CEO now knows what you really think about Susan's interesting choice of font for the presentation. The blood drains from your face, your palms start sweating, and you seriously contemplate faking your own death and moving to a remote island with no Wi-Fi. But alas, there's no escaping the digital footprint of shame. The only thing you can do is embrace the awkwardness, apologize profusely, and maybe, just maybe, try to spin it as a joke. Or just own it and lean into your new reputation as the office rebel. Hey, at least you're memorable, right? We've all been there. You're strolling out of the mall, arms laden with shopping bags, feeling like a champion of consumerism. You reach into your pocket, pull out your car keys, and press the unlock button with confidence. But wait, why isn't that familiar beep-beep echoing through the parking lot? You press it again, this time with a little more urgency. Still nothing. Panic starts to set in as you try to remember where you parked. Was it near the food court? By the shoe store? Did you even park on this level? You wander aimlessly, clicking the unlock button like a madman, hoping against hope that your car will magically materialize. You start eyeing other people's vehicles suspiciously, wondering if maybe, just maybe, you accidentally stole someone's ride. As the minutes turn into what feels like hours, you resign yourself to the fact that you're officially lost in the parking lot of this. The worst part? You know that eventually you'll find your car, and when you do, it'll be right where you left it, mocking you with its silent judgment. Chapter 4: Birthdays. A time for celebration, cake, and that awkward moment when you realize you forgot the gift. You show up to the party all smiles and well wishes, only to be met with a chorus of, "Where's the present?" Your heart drops to your stomach as you scramble for an excuse. "Oh, it's being delivered," you blurt out, hoping your voice doesn't betray the panic rising within you. "It's something super special. You're going to love it." You spend the rest of the party dodging knowing glances and trying to overcompensate with your enthusiasm. You laugh a little too loud at the jokes, you eat a little too much cake, anything to distract from the fact that you showed up empty-handed. The worst part? You know you're going to be the butt of the joke for years to come. But hey, at least you've learned a valuable lesson. Always set a reminder for birthday gifts. And maybe invest in a good last-minute gift wrapping service, just in case. Chapter 5. It's a universal truth. Clothes have a mind of their own, and they always seem to choose the most inopportune moment to stage a rebellion. You're strutting your stuff feeling confident and fabulous when suddenly, disaster strikes. A button pops, a zipper malfunctions, a seam decides to call it quits. The worst part? It always seems to happen at the worst possible time. Big presentation at work, first date, family reunion. Yep, that's when your wardrobe decides to throw in the towel. You're left scrambling for a safety pin, a stapler, anything to salvage the situation, and avoid a full-blown fashion faux pas. But hey, at least it makes for a good story later, right? And who knows, maybe you'll even inspire a new fashion trend. Just kidding, please don't. Chapter 6. We've all been there. You decide to channel your inner Gordon Ramsay and whip up a culinary masterpiece. You've got your ingredients prepped, your apron on, and your favorite cooking playlist blasting in the background. This is going to be epic. But then, somewhere between preheating the oven and trying to flambe a banana, because hey, you're feeling adventurous, things take a turn for the worse. The smoke alarm starts blaring, your perfectly seared steak is now more charred than a campfire log, and that delicious aroma you were going for? Yeah, it now smells like something died in your oven. The worst part? You're pretty sure you just set off the fire alarm in the entire building. But hey, at least you've got a backup plan takeout and maybe a fire extinguisher just to be safe. Chapter 7. The Awkward Wave. You're walking down the street minding your own business, when you spot someone you think you recognize in the distance. You make eye contact, you smile, and you throw up a friendly wave. But then, as they get closer, you realize you have absolutely no idea who this person is. They're not someone you know. They're not even someone you vaguely recognize from the gym or the grocery store. They're just a stranger who happened to make eye contact with you at the exact wrong moment. The worst part? You can't take it back. You're stuck in that awkward wave limbo, where you're either going to commit and look like a total weirdo, or you're going to have to awkwardly pretend like you were waving at something behind them. Either way, you're probably going to end up on someone's people I've met who are probably serial killers list. We live in a digital age where technology is supposed to make our lives easier, but we all know the truth. Technology is a fickle beast, and it always seems to choose the worst possible moment to rear its ugly head. You're in the middle of a big presentation, you're about to close that $1 million deal, you're video chatting with your long-distance love, and then bam! The screen freezes, the Wi-Fi drops, the blue screen of death appears. You're left frantically clicking, refreshing, and praying to the tech gods for a miracle. But it's no use. The tech gods are clearly not on your side today. You're left to face the consequences. The missed deadline, the lost opportunity, the awkward silence on the other end of the video call. And all you can do is sigh and accept that sometimes technology just isn't your friend. We've all been there. You're texting with your bestie, spilling the tea about that crazy date you went on, when suddenly, you realize you've been texting the wrong person this whole time. And not just any wrong person. We're talking your boss, your ex, your grandma. You get the picture. The worst part? You can't unsend it. That text is out there, floating in the digital ether, a permanent record of your shame. You can try to play it cool, pretend it didn't happen, but deep down, you know the damage is done. So what can you do? Well, you can always embrace the awkwardness. Own up to your mistake, laugh it off, and hope the other person has a sense of humor. Or, you can always just throw your phone in the nearest river and live off the grid for the rest of your life. Your call. Video calls. The bane of our existence, the ultimate test of our ability to maintain a professional facade while secretly wearing pajama pants and a coffee-stained t-shirt. We've all been there, right? You're on a work call, you think your camera is off and you're free to indulge in some not-so-professional behavior. You're picking your teeth, you're scratching that itch you can't reach, you're doing your best impression of a zombie because you haven't had your coffee yet, but then, horror of horrors, you realize your camera was on the whole time. Your coworkers, your boss, that client you've been trying to impress. They've all seen you at your absolute worst. The worst part? There's no coming back from this. You can't just pretend it didn't happen. You're forever immortalized in the annals of Zoom call history as that guy who picked his nose on camera. But hey, at least you provided everyone with a good laugh, right? Well, there you have it, folks. The top 10 relatable life fails that prove we're all just human beings trying to navigate this crazy thing called life, and failing miserably. But hey, that's the beauty of it all, right? It's those awkward moments, those cringeworthy mishaps, those, did that really just happen? Experiences that make life interesting. If you laughed or cringed at any of these, you're officially one of us. Hit subscribe for weekly relatable fails and let's laugh at life together.